into the real fight of the night, right? So
Mm,
Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor 2. Part 1 was probably fight of the year in its year. I think what was that, 2022? Part
yeah.
2, it's probably fight of the year in its year, bro. It's like, bro, it is crazy what happens when you just put those two in the ring. It is insane. Amazing fight, amazing fight. In I want to say, what was it, round 4? Was it round 4 the cut happened?
Round four. Round
Round
four.
4, this devastating cut from a headbutt to Amanda Serrano. Gash is crazy. You can see it. Go to her page. She has it posted. And I'm just like, oh, I'm like, they're gonna stop it. Fight goes official after 4. I'm like, oh, it's over. Man, because Amanda was winning the early rounds, in my opinion. I'm like, it's over. Amanda says I can continue. Bro, I think it was the 5th round. She kind of got hit in it. It may have been a punch, may have been a headbutt. Literally, it looks like the flesh came out. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was flapping.
yeah, I'm like, they're gonna stop this, bro. She continues, she finishes the fight, bro. They go at it, absolutely trading blows. But at the end, all right, let me ask you this. When they were getting ready to announce, right? And I think they said your winner by unanimous decision. Who did you think name they were gonna announce at that point in time?
So I'm not gonna lie. Me watching it in real time, and I had that issue with Netflix for the first two
Mm-hmm.
rounds. So I was like, so I'm a person that kind of did not even see the full first two rounds. I had to really go back and rewatch the fight on Netflix without
Mm-hmm.
the errors, without. So at the time, I'm a person watching it live without the first two rounds. But honest to God, I thought they was gonna give it to Amanda. Like I thought the judges was just gonna give it to Amanda, but then they
Mm-hmm.
gave it to Katie. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, and then I was looking back. It's like, nah, I kind of had it, for me. I was like, I had it a draw, right? Like I had it a draw without seeing the first two rounds. I felt like the fight was close enough. But then I realized, like, even speak to you, I was like, oh no, they deducted a point, right? They deducted
Yeah.
a point, which I believe they deducted a point in round
8, I want to say. I want to say 8.
I want to say in round 8. Yes, they deducted a point because in that round 8, I feel like Katie was winning the round, right? She was landing some sharp punches. I feel like she was winning the round, but they deducted the point. So that to me made it a 9-9. So automatic, based off of that, Amanda Serrano would have won the fight, right? Then I
Mm-hmm.
went back and rewatched the whole fight again.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way there's no way Katie won that fight. There's just no way. It's impossible, especially
Yeah.
with the point deduction. And then on top of that, the championship rounds, Amanda clearly won round 9 and 10. Clear. That was like
Yeah.
I would say she threw the most punches, especially in those late rounds. Like she went for the gusto. Like that, don't like she really outlanded Katie in those two
Mm-hmm.
rounds. There's
Yeah.
rounds you can definitely give Katie, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It
She
was.
was like, she was just Amanda seemed like she was just running into punches at time. Like Papa, she was going to little flurry
Yeah.
of punches, but it'll be 4 punches at a time. And then Serrano was just throw a couple punches here. Some of them wasn't really getting through, was hitting the glove. But overall, in the totality of the fight, I feel like Amanda Serrano just as the fight went on as well, there's some in between rounds. I could tell that her cut was bothering her, but ultimately she finished strong, and then she won the early rounds too. So
Yeah.
there's just no way Katie could have won that fight.
Yeah.
No
See,
way.
I hate calling close fights robberies, right? But in this case, I think you hit the nail on the head. With the point deduction, there's just no way, bro. Like me personally, I had 6 rounds for Amanda. But if you had, 5 to 5, right? 5 rounds to 5 rounds, the deduction makes all the difference in the world. You have to factor that
I
in.
have to
But
exactly.
now, what I'm hard pressed to believe, bro, and even though it was close, I can't find 6 rounds for Katie. I just can't. I can't. And then you asked me to go and rewatch it, and I'm like, all right, even though I saw the full thing the first time,
Mhm.
so I got a chance to go back and rewatch it. And I'm just like, I can't find 6 rounds for Katie. I can't. So
Yeah,
even
I
if,
think the most you can give Katie, in my personal opinion, you can probably give her 4 rounds.
yeah,
Like that's if you
but
decide to give her
But even if
Okay.
you stretched and gave her the 5 rounds, it was a 10
It's the
round
point
fight.
deduction.
That
You
makes it
can't.
5-5. That point deduction, she has to
That's
lose
what
the
I'm
fight.
saying. You can only give a 4. You can only give a 4 rounds.
you know,
Point
you know what
deduction,
I'm
you,
saying?
you can
So
only humanly
she
possibly.
has to lose the fight. So
Yes.
just
You can
that,
only give it 4 rounds.
like, I feel like they robbed us of an epic trilogy, right? And I don't really care about the story
Yes.
and all that, right? Right. But I'm just saying, like, you had the first fight, amazing fight. Regardless of what you think, I'm not going to get into that right now because that could be its own video in this, right? But Katie gets the W. And this one, I'm not saying give Amanda a sympathy W, but I think she went in there and she earned that W. It should be 1-1 at this point, and then we get the trilogy to see who is the best. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
can't
But
believe they went that
we
route.
were
Like, I think
robbed
that
of
was just
that.
the yeah, I just can't believe like I can't believe they went that route. And I would assume Amanda probably had more going for her because this whole thing was set up under, Jake Paul and is I don't know if they have something against her. Like I don't get it.
Bro. And
I
then
don't
like
know.
I get it, bro. Like no, I don't get it, but I was just starting another statement. Like there's not much head movement there, right? So, but I just think she took the fight to Katie, the effective aggression. She landed more punches, right? So I'll say this: like Katie, I think does really good work in spurts, right? Like she'll kind of be taking a beating, and you'll think she's out of it, then she'll and get some good
Mm,
ones off, bro. And you know what I'm saying? But I would have to give in totality, I just think I give more scoring categories to Amanda,
yeah,
and I think she did it over a longer period of time in the fight. And like I said, I personally had 6 rounds for her, which makes it my score would have been 6-3-1. Because I agree with you, I do think she was winning that round, and the point deduction made it a 9-9.
yeah,
And I was just like, wow, I was shocked. I was speechless because I just knew she won. And then I mean
yeah,
they knew it was a close fight, so they both looked a little nervous, but Amanda looked more confident. It was almost like she was waiting to say, "Okay, let me hear y'all," because I know Katie looked really nervous. And even if after they announced it, she didn't.
she
She,
wasn't
she
confident. You could tell. Yeah,
yeah,
she
she
just
was
was
not
like,
confident.
yeah. I didn't think I won
Yeah,
that fight. Like it was in the face of someone that was confident that they won.
yeah. And then I mean, I didn't quite realize this, but she's 38, so she might. And after the she took some punishment too. She might be
She
on the
did.
verge of retiring, but I think it wouldn't even do it justice. Let's say because of this, they did have the trilogy, right? Even if
Mhm.
Amanda wins the trilogy, with the 2 wins that Katie has, it just kind of feels like deflated and defeats the purpose. So I really feel like they just robbed Amanda right there, and then robbed the fans of what rightfully we should have had, which was the trilogy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
man, life goes on. But that one hurt. And I mean, coming into the fight, I didn't have a dog in the fight, right? I don't
yeah,
particularly have a favorite woman boxer. I mean, I like it. I like the expansion of the sport. I like them getting the notoriety, but I can't say, oh my God, that's my favorite fight. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a
yeah,
dog in the fight, but I wanted to see, what's right happen. And I just feel like the outcome was wrong.
yeah. No, I feel you, bro. I feel you
Yeah.
because I was like, maybe benefit of doubt. Nah, went back. Why? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
impossible.
this is a very controversial topic. So, make sure you guys jump in the comment section. Tell us who you think won that fight. Do you think the judges robbed Amanda Serrano? Make sure you like and subscribe. But this one's particularly, I'm really looking for the comments here. So please start the engagement because I want to know what everybody else think to see if maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe we're tripping, but I definitely want to see the comments on this one.